People in the West, we got a problem. We rely on Amazon way too much. And you know, I canceled my Amazon Prime a few years ago, and then I've been using AliExpress a lot for my technology stuff and also just a lot of random stuff. I got this on AliExpress because I couldn't find it when I was in Japan and I really wanted a copy of this box, so I got that there. Those little cool lights, that fake plant right there, the lighting on this, all that's from AliExpress. So that's why when AliExpress said, do you want to do a sponsored video? I was like, yes. So they wanted me to highlight a few things. So let's do that first. And then I'm going to show you all these graphics cards. We're going to test these out, show you how they work, and then have a little bit of fun. I also got some really inexpensive RX580 right here. There it is. We're going to test all those out, talk about what games they're best for, and just talk about the best use case scenarios and show you that these deals are real. First off, I want to tell you about their sale that's going on right now. So this is their Singles Day sale. So from 11/11 to 11/17, they're having their biggest sale of the year. It's like ridiculously huge. So that's when you need to be on there looking for stuff. Now this is a pretty huge deal because there's a ton of stuff that's already on sale. Plus, if you use the coupon code ALLONAE, it will give you $25 off any order over $100. And we also have another coupon code AEUS100. That'll give you $100 off this GPU only. So if you combine that with ALLONAE, you're going to get this GPU for only $375. It's kind of ridiculous. So again, that's from 11/11 to 11/17. All that information is in the top of the description, and I'm going to put all the links to all the different products I mentioned in the description as well. So be sure to shop their biggest sale of the year, or else I'll come to your house and put bees in your pants. All right, so I placed some orders for different things on AliExpress. They told me I could pick up some graphics cards. There's all kinds of stuff on there, but I wanted to specifically look at some graphics cards because that's something that a lot of people really look at. So I got these two, and I also got a 5700 XT right here. And I wanted to get a brand that's not available in the West for a couple of these. I got an MSI for the 4060 Ti. Let's start off with the little one. This is the RX580. And this one, it came packaged nicely. I mean, it's same as anything I would have gotten anywhere else, like a nice shiny package with all the details, stuff on the inside. It's kind of funny because this one had the sturdiest shroud and probably the best heat pipes out of all of them, and it's also the cheapest. So the build quality on this is really, really awesome. It feels sturdy. The back plate is extremely rigid. It's got some weight to it. It's going to do a good job at dissipating all that heat. There it is. Lights. All right, GPU is just hanging out in there. Let's see what we got in the system. I'm using Specky because it's prettier than Balark Advisor, you nerds. All right, it's coming up manufacturer ATI. Inside Adrenaline here. It's coming up as a 580. That's what we got here on our display tab. Now, what would you use this for? Well, you can use it for almost anything. I played a lot of Street Fighter 6 with this, which is a brand new game on this really inexpensive. This graphics card cost less than Street Fighter 6, and it was playing beautifully well. I did turn a lot of the settings down to low, but when you're playing the fighting, it still looks better than Street Fighter 5, in my opinion, all the way around. Like, it looks really, really good. And you can also play a lot of modern games. I played Bramble on this, which is a really beautiful game. It's a good time of year to be playing it. It has that nice sort of wintry atmosphere, sort of maybe even spooky atmosphere, but it looked beautiful all the way through and it played beautifully on this card. So you can play a lot of games indie, a lot of modern games on like lower settings, but at this price point, it's really, really, really hard to find anything better. And if you want something that's going to play your entire emulation library, this is a great way to go because of the price again, and just how much performance you're getting for that money. All right, next let's step over and look at the Elsa, and this is the 5700 XT. This has got 8 gigabytes of DDR6. This one is considerably faster. How fast? Notice the fans are not spinning because it's not doing anything, so it's completely silent. Otherwise, it's going to be nice and quiet because of those 3 big fans. And this power supply is probably not powerful enough, but we'll just see what happens. Over here, we've got our, right there, RX 5700 XT, ATI manufacturer. Let's see what Adrenaline says. And Adrenaline over here. Hi, everybody. Says the RX 5700 XT, so let's test this out with some games. I bet it can play a lot. Requires a little bit more power, but this one's powerful enough to play new games like Alan Wake on lower settings. You won't be able to run ray tracing, but you can totally play Alan Wake at a good frame rate. You'll need to turn on the FSR, but it works just fine. You can also play games like Starfield, brand new games. And of course, you can turn Street Fighter up really high, and play Street Fighter 6. So this will handle all those games, and then when it comes to indie games, it can pretty much handle anything. Now, remember, this is going to be over $100, so you can use that coupon code and get this for a stupid price. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, this price is cheaper than a lot of the used ones are going for in America. So, yeah. Now, they say 11-day delivery. I got mine in 8. So I want to mention that. I got this one in 8 days. They came at different times because they're, some of them are coming from different places. But it's interesting how they all come in. And I'll tell you that after I talk about the 4060 Ti, which is what we're going to talk about next. I got the big MSI 4060 Ti. And I say big because the graphics card itself, the 4060 Ti, is pretty small. But they have a huge full-size cooling unit on this with 3 fans. Now, why would they do that? And why is there this huge cooling unit on there? Well, it makes it really quiet. You get this massive heatsink on there, and the beauty of that is that it allows a lot of dissipation of the heat. So they don't have to run the fans very high at all to keep it at 60 degrees. And I have never heard this graphics card. It's really fast, and I've never heard it. It just plays the games. I was able to turn Baldur's Gate up to the highest settings possible. No problem whatsoever. And then when it comes to playing games like Alan Wake on 1080 and 1440p, I did a whole video just talking about playing Alan Wake with the 4060 Ti, and you should go and watch that. But essentially, you can use ray tracing. You can use a lot of these settings. You can turn some things to medium, but if you want to play at 1080p, you can use a lot of those settings, ray tracing, medium, high settings, and have very playable frame rates. So with the deal on this card, bringing it down. And this is one of the overclocked, premium 4060 Ti's. So we've got 3 DisplayPort and 1 HDMI. I do want to mention one thing because a lot of people are going to be a little bit like, oh, is that a thing? Now, the shroud on this is plastic. And at first I was like, well, that's an interesting choice. I didn't know exactly how I felt about it. But now that I've installed it and used it, I realized that the shroud doesn't really matter all that much. Metal, plastic, it doesn't really do much when it comes to the performance. But the plastic makes it a lot lighter, so it's not drooping as much in the system, and that's a pretty big bonus for me. So I actually kind of like the lighter graphics card. When I first picked it up, I was like, no way this is a graphics card. It's so light. I got it in the mail, and I was like, what's in this box? It couldn't be a graphics card. It's too light. But it's nice and lightweight, despite the fact that it does have the big heat sink. But even the backplate, which is mostly for aesthetics, is made out of plastic. But when you have it in your system, you're not going to be able to look at it and tell. Looking at it, hey, wait a minute. That's really the only deal. So I don't really mind the plastic, and I think a lot, more cards like this one also is plastic. It keeps things a little bit lighter weight, and it still gives you the aesthetics. This one has more ventilation on the back. So yeah, and like some people say that the metal can help dissipation. That's not really a thing. Like the back plate doesn't really do much for heat or for cooling or whatever. So I'm okay with the plastic. I'm defending the plastic backplate. Anyway, let's talk about the other stuff that you can play with this. Of course, you can play pretty much any of the new games, Cyberpunk or whatever, with the RTX turned up with the 4060 Ti. I wouldn't recommend this card for 4K RTX, way too many effects, but I think that's kind of getting ridiculous. I think most of the games these days play just fine on this card. So those are the 3 things that I've picked up right now on AliExpress. I just ordered some more stuff today. I got this today. I picked up one of these because that price, yes. This is a really fast CPU for that price. And I need a little upgrade because I'm running a smaller APU, but it's time to upgrade to this. So I got one of these today. So I'm just see how long this takes to come in. Maybe I should make a video on that when it comes in too. Let me give you another little story. So I've also used AliExpress to get some anime figurines like this one from Gantz here. And this is something that's interesting because I got this from a third-party seller on AliExpress, and it came in, and I was supposed to get the one with the samurai sword, but I got the one with the big gun thing. And I went online and messaged, and instantly they just said, they wrote me a nice letter, and they were like, oh, we're sorry, we sent you the wrong unit. We verified that, yep, we sent you the one with the gun instead of the one with the samurai sword or the one with the katana. So they just refunded me and said, if you want to buy it again, go ahead and buy it again. So I ordered it again, and we'll see when that comes in with the sword this time. But yeah, you can go on there and find almost anything. It's kind of ridiculous. In fact, I have a thing for these little LED strips. I also got this at the last AliExpress sale for like $1 and something. Got that. I got the chopsticks that I've been using lately on one of their sales. So yeah, it's like sometimes I don't understand how it's done. Like, how is it possible that they can do stuff for like a few dollars and give you free shipping? I don't understand it. Now, one thing I found that's interesting is a lot of this stuff says that it's coming from a warehouse in like Kentucky or something, Erlanger, Kentucky, where a lot of the stuff comes in and out. So I think what's going on is a big, huge package of stuff is being delivered there. And then they take that and ship it to the individual people, which helps a lot when it comes to shipping costs, but also shipping time. Everything's just done quicker. Let's see if I can plug this thing in. That's pretty much the whole video, but just out of, you know, for fun here, let's just randomly see what we can find here. I've not been, this is a new browser, so I've not been looking at anything. But yeah, let's find something ridiculous. That's what I need. Yes, elderly. Well, nothing's more terrible. They should call this the U.S. Congressional officer right here. What are you going as this Halloween? I'm going as a member of Congress. Right here, $11.24. 13-day delivery. It'll be too late. Anyway, you can get anything on there. It's ridiculous. I mean, you can get anything on a lot of websites. But yeah, let me know if you've used AliExpress lately. Let me know what your experience has been like, and let me know what you think of some of the graphics cards in this video. Again, don't forget to take advantage of those 2 coupon codes. ALLONAE will give you $25 off any order over $100. And also the AEUS100, so you can get that GPU for only $375, valid 11/11 to 11/17 only during their Singles Day sale, so make sure you take advantage of that. I am probably going to participate in this as well. There's a few things that I need, and I'm kind of waiting for 11/11 to come around so I can order some new parts. Also, all the other products that I mentioned, I'm going to link those in the description because this is a really awesome deal for this, and I don't know how they do it for the free shipping. How do they do this? And then I also have these that you see floating around in the background. Those are great. Here's the Gantz figure that I have. There we go, that one. So if you're curious about that. And then the lighting kit that I have for my Pirates of Barracuda Bay, I got that here, as you can see. And then you just hook up all the lights and it gives it a glow. And they do this for a lot of different Lego sets. So put in the name of your Lego set and put lighting kit or LED kit, and you might find some cool stuff. And then here's those plants that I have in the background. Just when you get them, you just unbunch them a little bit, 99 cents. Add a little spot of green. So you can just check out all these links that I've got in the description for the stuff that I've purchased over the last couple of months. If you're also like me and you think people need to like branch out a little bit and start using some other websites like AliExpress, make sure you like the video and give it a thumbs up so that the algorithm can do its thing. Otherwise, YouTube will smite it. All right, so I'm going to go back out there and hang out on my couch and play some more Street Fighter 6 on this RX580 because I can't believe how many games that little thing can play for that money. Anyway, bye everybody. Check the description for everything. And this thing's just been down here blinking. I should like keep it like this so my face just like flashes. Yeah, it came with a remote for like, this is like a couple dollars or less. I don't know. Ridiculous.